Range theory is real. What is candle range theory? So we'll look at it real quick, and then I'll show you how I use how the first light beacon actually maps out candle range theory. So here's a 15-minute candle right here, right? So we're gonna map the top and the bottom, and this is where people are like using orbs and stuff like that. But there's an open, a high, a low, and a close. So if we go and we look inside of this candle right here, we go down into a smaller time frame, we're gonna see the beginning formations of the candle and dropping down, and then coming and creating the low of that 15-minute candle. So here's 9:45 and here's 9:30, right? So people will look at higher time frames in hours or days or whatever and find these ranges and trade those ranges. What we have done to enhance candle range theory is we've been able to map out the range as it's being built. So for example, this is the 15-minute candle right here, right? So I'm gonna turn on the first light beacon, and I'm gonna change the setting over to a 15-minute candle. Okay. And then I'm gonna go down into even a smaller time frame, 15 seconds. Now I want you to see what happens. The start of the 15-minute candle was right here where it says zone start 15 minutes. Okay, and then there's our high and our low. We know that because we marked it earlier. Now look at what happens with the zone. We get a cross down right here and a cross up. We always wait for the break and retest in order to take these trades, right? So we get a cross down and a break up. Well, there's no retest back up to the upside. We get a cross down again, and then we get a retest, and look at it fall. So let me go ahead and go back to the start of that right there, and then we'll actually turn on a 15-minute candle to trade to see what it's doing with the zones. All right. So we know this is our high, and then we have our low down there because we're just back testing. So there's our 15-minute candle, right? Starts right there. We get our high, which is kind of right there. It's better. No, actually, yeah, that's it. And then we're going to wait and we're going to watch this zone, sorry for the squiggling around, and we're going to wait for a break and retest. Okay. So we've come down. So we haven't had any breaks yet. So we're looking for a break. Okay. So now the candle's turning bullish, and we're thinking, okay, we could get a retest and push up, and we're going to take the high that it just created, right? That's a possibility. And that this is the low right here. This is going to be the low of that 15-minute candle. But what does it not do? It doesn't retest the support or resistance built inside of the 15-minute candle. It actually falls through it, and it dumps through that support. So now we're going to look for a break and retest of that zone right there. So there we go. So we're breaking, we're coming up, we're hitting it, and we're not pushing through. It's being resisted. Okay. And that's telling me right there, boom, we get a close below the zone. So it has been a break and a retest. So now what can we do? We can enter a short on this candle. We're using the zone as our stop loss, and then we're taking a 2-to-1, which is right here. Boom. And there's the trade. This is how we have mapped out candle range theory and shown you exactly inside of the candle. So instead of waiting for the candle to form and then hoping you can trade the CRTs of the higher time frames, you're seeing it built in real time. This is extremely valuable. This is patent pending. And if you would like a free trial, all you have to do is follow the instructions at the end of this video. To get a free trial, just head over to firstlightbeacon.com, click on start free trial, and it'll bring you pull down here, and then click this, and it will bring you all the way over to our WAP, which is our order fulfillment center, and you will get access right here and start a 14-day free trial. If you have any questions, come into our Discord and we will help you out.